Comfort with us. I'm just overhead has seen has speak and moderate in different webinars.
Right.
So it's great to have Comfort with us. So let's just give the floor to her to share her perspective about OnPassive and anything and everything about OnPassive. Take it away, Comfort.
All right. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Thierry. I greet you all, team. I'm really sorry for being late. I actually misunderstood the time and I went to take my COVID vaccine. I am just back. So I'm happy that I'm here. So I may be a bit disorganized, but guys, bear with me. So yes, my name is Comfort Comfort and I live in the United Kingdom. So if you are interested, I would like to share with you quickly how I got into OnPassive. I'm very passionate about OnPassive, and so you get the reason why I am all over the place, just like you and any other person, right? So I joined in June 2020 when I was just looking for jobs. Actually, I don't have any IT background. I'm trying to transition into corporate, and I did a master's in health law and ethics. Jobs not coming. I tried to get something to work from home because I have little children. So when I finally found OnPassive, reluctantly, I jumped in. But the moment I understood, I sat down and listened to presentations, I understood what it was all about. I was like, wow, I finally found everything I needed in life, right? Because I've always liked to have an opportunity to help other people and so on. Meanwhile, in the course of looking for something to help myself, I found a place where I can help even the whole world. So why not go for it? So that's why I'm always here. And what lies deep down my heart is the humanitarian aspect of OnPassive. Ashes love is just compared to no, you cannot buy it, you cannot even put a value to it, right? Because at times I just ask myself, why am I even part of this? Because these are businesses that involve in my own kind of English, say big people, important people. So why am I part of this? And if somebody gave me this opportunity, I see reason to share it with the next person, right? So that is why we get involved. You teach people, tell them about what OnPassive is all about, and while you make plans, right? So a lot of things like deep down my heart, I care very much. I've lived in Europe. I'm African, but I've lived in Europe for about 15 years. Something bothers me when it's winter and I walk the streets and see people, homeless people lie under the bridge. I can't just close my eyes and think about it. So I'm just like, I can't wait for them to be launched that I can change somebody's life, because I think that that's the reason, the whole reason why Ash was sharing or is sharing this, his wealth. It's not for me to upgrade my life. It's not for me to just stay at home, get all the apples and take care of my children. It's about me reaching out to people who cannot be able to make it to OnPassive. So it lies deep down my heart. I have street people in my mind, especially here, winter, I can't stand it. I have refugees in my mind, internally displaced persons, I have elderly people. So I just think, my mind keeps working and working and working. I come back from home, I have friends who have not made it well in life. I'm just like, at last, finally, I have an opportunity when I'll help them, I'll do something to change their life, just like it changed mine, So apart from that, I don't know how much time I have to talk. So meanwhile, the something that I've gotten from OnPassive, which you cannot buy with money, is love, a newfound family, a newfound community, and a newfound world. I know you all here now, and it feels good, the connections, right? Meeting different people and feeling like you've known yourselves forever is such a privilege, it's such a blessing. So I'll just stop here now and wait and connect again when it's time and say more as need be. Thank you.
So Comfort, which part of Africa you originally came from?
I come from the, what you call the former British Southern Cameroons. We are close to Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I like what you're saying about love. I think where there is a lot of, we have had Ash say this again and again, and I like to take, have your take about corruption.
Yeah.
There are people who are very self-centered, and when he talks about, passing on or sharing the wealth with this, what do you see? How do you, kind of look at it?
Yeah, I think what you say, like this about corruption, this is something that has chopped deep down into the world, in the systems of the world, right? Be it political, be it even from individual level. And I like the coinage of a paradigm shift, right? So when they talk about on-passive, be a paradigm shift, for example, maybe in business model, I think that it takes place first. It took place right in my mind, the first thing, because there are times when corruption is from different levels as I look at it. If there are times if you are just being selfish, thinking of just me, myself, and I, you're being corrupt also because you want to keep everything to yourself. That's why people corrupt anyway, But because you first of all think the transformation just from the fact that I was looking for something for myself. It's not only about me, it's about everybody, right? You go for it. And then the transparency, the way our products are built and all of the things, the use of the artificial intelligence, like I'm learning a lot. I've never had any clue about what IT is all about. But when you look at the old stuff, all of the old stuff, or I've learned from other people who have done the presentations, because like where I come from, somebody will go to the office, just take their coat, hang here on this chair and go away, come back in the evening and go back home. You have not done your work. But there's no room for it anymore because you need to plug in artificial intelligence. A lot of things have to register when you come in and when you go back home, and you see that a lot of things are going to adjust. Meanwhile, even with the multi-level marketing out there, I've just heard about it. I've never been part of it. But when you hear what the people do, they steal from others, they dupe others and do all of those things. But this time around, Ash has come just to open the eyes of everybody to say, no, this thing is not the magic you think that it is. People amass wealth for themselves and keep it for nothing, for no reason, right? So Ash is like, no, it is possible. I can feed myself and still feed the next person, and we chain it up and everybody feels good, right? So everything about on-passive, so I really see to it, and I think that it was really a good, it was well calculated, and I think that corruption would definitely be taken care of. Yeah.
Do you think that even before launch, this 800,000 plus, I think it will be nearly 900,000, but these people that are coming to be part of on-passive are influenced or somehow, influenced by Ash's heart and his spirit. And I think when you talk about corruption, I think even before the launch, it's already happening. There are a lot of testimony you hear in the webinars. I never thought of this, but my life has changed, my mind has changed, my heart has changed. Can you say more about that?
Sure. I can assure you, Peter, because even if you remember that I do interview people and so on, and I don't let people go without asking, right? I ask the question, what do you think when they say it is the correction of the corruption? What are your plans, right? It has to first of all start by us teaching ourselves. It's true, some people are easily teachable and they can easily transform, right? I'll just come back to myself again. I was looking for something to take care of myself so I can have time to take care of my children. But the moment I found out that it's not only about me, I took to the streets. I have to tell it to everybody, help a lot, as many people as I can, right? Because money is good. Right now, people promise a lot, right? We pray, definitely there are people who will genuinely change. There are some that will need some time. It will need a bit more time. That's why we have to keep talking. We have to keep reminding ourselves. We have to keep reminding people who join in. People will promise a lot, no doubt. But tomorrow, when they get the money in their hands, things will turn around, right? But we really do trust, because I see you can read genuineness from a lot of faces when they sit in front here and talk to you and tell you that this is how I feel. I used to feel like this. Like someone told me one day, look, I was asking him, what do you think about Oblast? How much are you going to make use? He says, I am already blessed enough from what I have as a founding member. I don't think I will need more blessing, but I will be a huge blessing, right? Because if you are really genuine, you will know that OPS is not only a product, but it is on passive itself is all blessed, because you are blessed to be here. You are blessed to have what you are having, right? Share it, make use of it, share the knowledge. You know, it starts by, first of all, teaching yourself, then teaching the others, explain and explain again, help and help. Because if you don't talk, if you don't go, if you don't say it, nobody will know it. If you want to remember that, founding members or people who are coming in new, they need to be informed, because I look as on passive as a whole school, it's a university, and it's a new lifestyle. You can only live a life that you understand, right? So you do that by sharing, share the vision, share the respect, share the idea of the corruption, say this is what it means, and this is how we want to go for it, and just get it done, because we are capable of doing it. If Ash could think of giving it to me, right, and changing my mind, because I thought it was all about me. The moment I discovered, I said, no, it's not about me anymore. It's about the other ones out there. Let me go for it. It's just like this for me because it's easy, but for others, it's a bit difficult. I believe that as a team that we are, because people are doing great out there, we can take it one step at a time. That is why we say one thing over and over and over again, just to get people get the dream, because we don't want to get us frustrated that, oh my God, this was not what I intended. They have all gone astray and I don't have my vision. And the vision would have been, it is not worth it, right? It will sound like a failure, but we can, as a team, make it happen. We can fight the corruption before we finally get our launch. We can do a lot. That's what I think.
Wow. I'd like to ask you one question. The people that are coming to be part of OnPassive, because, you know, many, maybe some who might be here, you know, they would just think that, you know, these are just maybe only like little guys, you know, they have nothing, so they might be trying to do something and, you know, get something out from Ash in what he's doing. But tell us a little bit about the kind of people that are joining or being drawn to join OnPassive. I think there are lawyers, right. There are doctors, there are...
Yeah, exactly. You know, we have people from all walks of life, from all professions, from all races, even from my country, from all tribes. Everybody is represented on OnPassive, right? And we are all here. You just see it happen. You know, I really do trust God that this works, because everybody who is supposed to be on OnPassive already is here, because I want to believe everybody from every part of the world is well represented here. So ask yourself, what does it mean when Ash says OnPassive is a correction to the corruption? Find out more about it. What exactly does he want? You know, and secondly, ask yourself, what does Ash mean when he says he wants to multiply the Mother Teresas around the world so that we'll reach down the ends of the earth and take care of the poor? What does that mean? If everybody who is a founder now reflects on this, right, we will get it done, and it will get to everybody. This information, this message will get to where it's supposed to be. And believe me, we will conquer and we'll make it happen. Ash will smile and the entire OnPassive family will say, yeah, we made it. Because it's not about money. If it's money, I should be sleeping. I should not be 24 hours around the clock, because people call me from all over. And I stand up and answer them. I create email addresses. I do this because the moment they register and sit down and say, look, this is what it's all about. It's no longer about money, because now that you have signed and you have signed your NDA, it is a done deal. But now, what about fighting the corruption? This is what it means. That is what it means. What about being a Mother Teresa? Because that is why we are here now. And that's how I think everybody's represented. We can do it.
What's your advice to people? Maybe there are some here who don't even log into the back office, you know? Maybe they might come in twice a week or once a week. There might be people who might not think of sharing this great opportunity to others. What's your advice to people like that?
Exactly. You know, knowledge to say is power. I have learned how to elect it. Now everybody knows me out there. Whether I like it or not, I am a leader because people are looking up to me, right? And you can only give what you have. If I don't have the good mastery of what ONPASSIVE is all about, the dynamics of ONPASSIVE, how it has been evolving, what do I tell the prospect out there whom I want to invite? What do I tell the new founder who has just come in and needs to go some length so that we join together to fight the corruption, so that we build more Mother Teresa's? It's all about getting yourself equipped. We are already empowered enough by Ash because we have great leaders out there who are giving us great information. Log into your back office, check on updates, watch past webinars. That's the good thing. If you can't make it to this live webinar, go out there, watch the webinars, read, go to chat forums, ask questions. People will attend to you, and that is how we start by breaking it, destroying the corruption in us, so that we are now good and ready to share what we have to the rest of the world.
I think if you really understand ONPASSIVE, you will have a sleepless night.
No, you can't. You can't. To be honest, that's why I say, right, I find it difficult sleeping because I want everybody to come back to me, right? Because we are very excited. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. You know why some people are not excited? Because they are not learning. They are not getting it because they are not studying. Go to school, man. The school is at the back office. Go to school, search on the YouTube, we have millions of videos. Go to school by just being on the chat forums and asking questions. When you understand what it is all about, you will be excited. You will jump up and start going, right? The very first, let me take you back, guys. I'm really sorry, I talk a lot. Just stop me when you want me to stop, right?
Go ahead.
When I became a founding member, right? So the person who introduced it to us was my husband's elder brother. Out of respect, because where I come from, respect has everything to do. When he started talking, I said some of those things, I'm not interested, I'll let him talk. The moment he left, I told him, I can't do that. So he registered first. Then 2 days later, we're attending Mr. Charles Osong's presentation. That was when I started getting it. When Charles said, you don't need to recruit, I said, 1. You don't need to pay some monthly subscription. I said 2, and some of those things. I said, I think I get it. Anyway, let me go into it, because if it works, then I have my dream fulfilled. The moment I got it, it was less than a month. I made the whole translation. I interpreted the English version of Charles's presentation into what we call pidgin. It's a kind of broken English to speak back in West Africa, right, to help our people. So I made a few mistakes, and it met with a backlash because I could not sleep, right? They fought, no, you said some facts that are not verifiable. I took it down. I went back to Charles, and he corrected them, and I brought them back. And it really helped Africa enjoy my pidgin version, because I have to take this to the world, to the ends of the world, right? That's just what it is all about. Let's go for it. And if you're already a leader, the moment you step in, you can go to sleep. You who are sleeping, you are not excited, it means that you don't yet understand. Go get it. We have everything it takes for you to be equipped and go out there and preach the gospel of ONPASSIVE.
Wow. Well, thank you. You're on fire. Contagious. I think everyone. I see Lynn smiling and others are smiling. Terry, I finish here. If anyone of you want to add on something, or you want to raise some questions to her so that she can continue to ban the house.
Dr. Jong.
I hope.
Yeah, somebody is raising his hand.
Yes, Dr. Jong, you can activate
Come on,
your...
Roger, take it away.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Let me turn off my video. Can you get me now?
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can raise and ask your question or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, can you get me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I want to yeah, I'm so happy with Comfort's statement about the family, the mission of and sharing. I've been in OnPassive now for close to 1 year, and many incidents have happened to us, not only to us as founders, but even to other nations. You have earthquakes, you have fire disasters, and other incidents. Must we wait for OnPassive to be launched before we support some of these incidents happening around? I mean, the spirit of support, we need to wait until we get to soft launch or launch before we start supporting, contributing some of these, contributing our own small quota. Is there not a way we can get something that happens? Is there not a way we can rely, as Ash said, that we can come on new ideas? Is there a way we can create a small fund to support these incidents, some of the individual incidents, accidents, problems, even as a family? There are many founders who are going through a lot presently. Some are sick, some are dying. Is there no way we can support them, support some of the earthquakes, the landslide, the incidents, the wars, why people all blessed to launch?
Yeah, I think your question is understood.
Yes.
You want me to go? Or
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're going to
I want
all right. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you, Comfort.
All right. Yes, I think I understand. I think I've got a second device somewhere. Am I right? Please, let's check our devices. Let me check mine too. I'm not sure. Okay, so I understood your question, Dr. John. I think that's a genuine concern. However, I want to begin from the fact that something actually brought us together in the first place, which was business, the business that has turned us into a family. I want to believe that if we want to think, maybe somebody has an issue and they think that they need help, it's just about maybe coming up and asking for help, that this is how I feel, this is what I'm going through, and then ask for help. I don't think that it's supposed to be like an official thing now, that when somebody gets in trouble, we should go for it and help the person. But then we have people of good heart. It's just about presenting that, oh, dear family, I'm going through this, or I know someone who is going through this, and they need this kind of help. If there's someone who can help me, because I know that even on passive launches, people will launch, people will ask for help anytime and they'll get it done. But right now, people are still waiting for the baby to be born, the baby on passive to be born. I think that if there's anything of this, like what you just asked for, people will need to ask. Yeah, just come up. Like I have a lot to I'm going through. I can't bring it up because I think there's not time for it. But it's not like people, if people are ready to help, they cannot help. It's just about asking. Say, this is what I'm going through. I need help. Anybody help. But then it is not mandatory. Even when we launch, it will not be mandatory that people have to. But then out of good heart, learning and sharing the love that we have acquired, achieved from here, we can do that. That is how I think. I don't know whether I said something reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. On the other hand, you know, whatever we go through, we'll never force pressure on passive to quickly launch, because this is a big, huge company and there is process. Okay. I think Ash has said it many times. You know, there are many people who might react and this and that, and we cannot, you know, put pressure on this thing to be launched. It's like having a, you know, I think there was some similar analogy used as, you know, a woman being pregnant, having baby, it has to take around 9 months or something. Yeah.
Right.
And give birth. So something like that. But I would suggest our brother, if you can come and incorporate Q&A, I think there will be we have a lot of professionals there to answer many of those, because I think his question is really directed to something bigger.
The family, I think so. Yeah. All right.
Yaslin, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are so many needs in the world today, right? Comfort knows that. She always talks about that, you know, the needs of humanity. And we're all eager to be of help and to help everyone that needs help. But at this point, I think we are working toward that. You know, when we launch and Obless is in place, and when the apples come pouring into our online wallets, I think we will be able to do this, you know, and it's at the right time when it's rolling. I'm sure we're going to be helping, you know, we're going to be like millions of us philanthropists. Can you imagine the impact we're going to have on the world in a very positive manner? But it's in its good time. I believe that Obless is the platform that we all will need, and we will be using it extensively. But, you know, it's like, it's hard to wait. I know it's hard to wait. We're all excited and we're waiting for the moment of the launch. But I do believe that Ash is wise, and he's not going to be rushing to start a company when it's not ready. He wants all the puzzle pieces in place before we start. And I really trust and believe that he knows best. He's a brilliant man and has very, very good judgment. So I feel like I'm really at peace about this company and where it's at today and where it's going. I know everything is going to work out perfectly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's good. Trying to say something?
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, not only that, but I think also part of it is this has to be no competition. It should be advanced, right? So anyone that wants to compete against OnPassive, they will be like, you know, way back, while OnPassive is like 5 years ahead of them. So, you know, that's why I think Ash is really working hard. The IT team and engineers, the technical stuff in Hyderabad are really working day and night, you know, to get this thing, you know, rolling. So some of us who have been, you know, who are always attending webinars and understand, you know, every bit of it, understand the process. But it's good that, you know, someone has to raise question like that.
Yeah, I think the question he actually asked, I understand so well, and you know, cultures are different. Like we in Africa, when you meet and make a small gathering and you get to know yourself, the next thing we start thinking one another. But this case is different because it is a whole wide world where we find ourselves in right now. Like I said, everything, like Lynn put it, that is perfect, right? If you think, I still stand by this, that if somebody thinks that I'm in dire need, maybe you meet some individuals that you have got to know and ask if at all, but I can't do that. But if you ask, there's some people who could still give if they're able to help you right now before we get to where we are going to. However, it's all about a wait, and I think that people should have gotten it really well. It's not about rushing today, launching because people want us to launch, and then tomorrow we close down because we launched before it was time, and then something crashed and we could not move on with our business. It's about launching and sustaining it, you know, and getting our vision, our dream come true. So we will definitely get there. I believe that everybody's really struggling now, given the challenges we've had with the pandemic out there for the past 2 years. Everybody's struggling, but we want to keep doing what we are doing right now while we wait for our baby to be born.
Take it away, Terry or Roger.
Charles is raising his hand. Charles, you can go on. Your spot. Bonjour, Charles.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Charles. I called in from Lagos, Nigeria, in Africa.
Okay.
I have been a founder for well over 1 year now. And I have always participated in any webinar I can crash into. I love OnPassive and I love everything about OnPassive. And when Comfort was talking about having sleepless nights, some of us are the people that from the day one we joined OnPassive, we have been having sleepless nights because every other day Ash talks is as if new things are being exposed to us. OnPassive is a business that some of us who read business has never seen. In fact, all the principles of business that we have read, both in management and everything, because I have an MBA, and I understood every bit, but Ash is taking everything to a different level. What we see in OnPassive is something that will still form new theories in the business schools. I'm sure by the time OnPassive take off, the Harvards, the Oxfords, the Cambridge, and all these other universities will have to incorporate what OnPassive is doing as a new principles that will be in business. Because Ash is somebody who has already have a thinking, the general say of thinking outside the box. And he is bringing a business that has never happened before, principles that has never happened before. So it's just a total shift, just like what Dr. B. William will call a paradigm shift. And I believe those of us who are fortunate to be founders in OnPassive, we don't understand what God has done for us because we are going to be part of the future history. I see myself as an opportunity. I see myself as somebody who is very, very, very lucky to be among this elite fold because we are going to be people that when people look at us, they will be like, wow, how did you guys get this vision? OnPassive is going to be so great. OnPassive is going to be so massive. OnPassive is going to be a concept that the whole world will look and say what has happened. OnPassive is going to be a big bang that when it happens, the whole world will erupt into something that everybody will say, wow, what has happened in the world? You know, today we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and all these things, and people marvel. Like somebody like me, who has been in the online space, but surprisingly, I wouldn't know why, I only knew of blockchain technology, Bitcoin, in 2017. But when I saw the concept of OnPassive, I said, wow, Bitcoin is going to be a child's play. Because our founder's position will be something that when people wake up in a few months' time that there won't be founder's position again, they'll be like, wow, where were we when this thing was happening? The people we share OnPassive to will always remember us in their lifetime because we brought them into an opportunity that are going to be part of history. We need to go out, all our loved ones, the people we want to be part of this history, to bring them in. We are going to do a whole lot of good to humanity. Everybody will bring into OnPassive, will never forget us. Founder's position in OnPassive is a position that in very few months' time, people will be looking at it, but they will not be able to access it. What we have now is something bigger than gold and diamond. And I believe by the time the founder's position is closed, we will understand what we have in our hands. I'm sorry to have taken your time. I'm also sorry that I have to cover my face with mask because my face is not looking too good because I'm just coming out. I'm just coming out from COVID. So I thank God I'm a survivor of COVID. So I have burnt in my face. So I can't just expose it anyhow. But I know the spirit of OnPassive is a spirit that we need to share.
Yeah.
We need to bring our loved ones into OnPassive. We need to bring our friends into OnPassive. Let us not bother about when the company is going to launch. OnPassive will launch with a big bang. OnPassive, the stage they are, is a stage, I should always say it, that even him cannot stop OnPassive. A company that has more than 64,000 customers who are ready to to buy the company's products the first day they launch out to the world. It has never happened. It will never, I doubt if it can repeat itself again. We are so massive a company. Please, let's go and continue spreading this good news because OnPassive has already made history and is going to make, in fact, they will shatter all histories, all books of records. We have OnPassive from the day one we start, and it will continue and continue and continue. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. We are in it to win a biggest time.
Thanks, Charles. Oh, very inspiring thought. Thank you.
Good, Peter. So we wrap it up?
Yeah,
Comfort,
I think so.
Comfort, you want to say the last word, and we're gonna give everybody a rendezvous to next week.
Okay. Yes, please. Once again, I apologize for the lateness. I did not plan to keep you waiting. So I thank you for the opportunity. If I did not speak well, next time I'll do much better. So meanwhile, you know, bear with me. I just want to use this opportunity to address leaders because I know that everybody sitting here, people I'm watching here, are actually leaders. Another appeal, we want to lead the example that we want people to live, right? So another way of fighting, I believe, is about being available too at times. So when you join, just make yourself available. Make yourself available to people who come to you asking for help. Maybe I need help to help somebody, or I need you to help somebody. Just responding and doing it. You know, we can only teach by example, teach by doing what we want people to do or want to see people do. However, I really thank you so much for the opportunity that I had to come and talk here, and I appreciate you all. We are all in it to win it. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Comfort. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And I let the last word to Peter, our host.
Well, thanks everybody for joining. Thank you, Comfort, for coming. And of course, you know, coming late doesn't mean anything if you're part of OnPassive, you know that. And thanks everyone for joining. And tomorrow we have Tagalog presentation by Christine. We have this as every Monday, same time. So always check. And also, like, encouragement to everybody, try to check Terry's post on Telegram and Facebook so that you can follow up, you know, webinars that are closest to where you live, so that you're able to join and be educated, you know, inspired, so that you are on track. So thank you very much. Thanks, Terry, that's all.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you all. Bye-bye, and see you tomorrow for the Tagalog presentation.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Great webinar. Enjoyed it very much.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you.